anybody mind if we start 2 minutes early? Is that gonna offend anybody in the crowd for us to start 2 minutes early? All right, I'm gonna call this meeting of the Coffee County Planning Commission to order, October 28th, 2025 at 4 p.m. We're gonna start this meeting. We got a huge crowd here, and we're gonna start this meeting with public comments. Has anybody got any public comments?
He's ready.
Oh, we have a
He's,
gentleman here.
he's ready to
Yes.
speak.
Go ahead.
I'm here to speak against the,
If you don't mind, come up here to the
okay.
microphone, please.
Mr. Sandstrom, is it?
Yes, Mr. Sandstrom.
Could you hold off on your comments until we get down to other,
Okay,
if you don't mind?
not a problem at all.
Okay. Sorry to make you walk up there and go back, but we'll get back to you.
I can walk both directions.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I will ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
I make a motion to approve it.
I've got a motion from Randy to approve the agenda.
I second.
I have a second from Ms. Laura Vasquez. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
If everybody's had a chance to read the previous minutes, I'll take a motion to approve the previous minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the previous minutes.
I have a motion from Ms. Laura Nettles to approve the previous minutes. Do I have a second?
I'll
second it.
Got a second from Mr. Sammy Anderson. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The next item is bond review. I'll turn this over to Kurt.
No bonds at this time.
That was short and sweet. No bond review. The next item on the agenda is a zoning resolution amendment, 25-foot access for building permit in the UGB. That was brought up by Mr. Rodney Duncan. Mr. Duncan can't be here today. His daughter is in the state, playing for Tullahoma in the state soccer tournament. Good luck to them. Hope they do well. So we're going to skip that with no objections.
No.
Okay, moving on. You probably just should have stayed up here. We're back to other now, Mr. Sandstrom, if you'd like to come forward.
Yes, I have some concerns about the proposed Watterson Farm Lakes project on a number of different points. One being that this area is probably one of the most I don't know how to put it, environmentally significant areas in Tennessee. It is the headwaters of both the Duck River and the middle fork of the Stones River. And it has springs, underground lakes and caverns, and the information that I've been able to glean is that blasting could have irreversible, catastrophic effects on that type of terrain. And that if it is allowed to go forward, I think that Duck River will be basically damaged in a way that, well, let's put it this way. I've done some figuring. There's 60 acres that they've put aside for this. They are planning on quarrying that, and the depth of the ground of the the material they'll be quarrying goes down to 175 feet. If you figure the number of acre feet and number of gallons of water that if it was fully excavated and filled to capacity, would have basically enough water in it to feed to water his cattle, that would supply water for 2 years for Shelbyville, or 2 years for Columbia, more than 2 years for Lewisburg, more than 2 years for that to water his cattle. Now, if you divert that much water, it's basically 3.4 billion gallons of water that would be diverted from groundwater, not surface water, because everything the water runs away from that area. 3.4 billion gallons of water to fill what he says is a lake, if it's fully developed, fully quarried, and filled to capacity. More than 2 years of water for those cities, for each of those cities. And it says, I don't know how you divert that much water and not have a devastating effect on downriver for communities. And that says it lies here. It lies in that particular area. That's my big concern, is that the environmental damage is irreversible. There's a lot of other things, but that's the main thing in mine, is that it just literally, and the Duck River's under attack anyway. It's one of the third most threatened river in the United States, and then you divert that many gallons of water from groundwater. I think it's unconscionable to either that and to let it go forward if it can be prevented.
Is that gonna be coming in front of us?
Right now, there's nothing coming in front of us. Do you mind if I speak to
Go
the
ahead.
But you and Sammy are our county commissioners, and if I'm not mistaken, Sammy, there was a unanimous vote on the county commission last meeting to send a letter to, I don't know who all to, but I think to the governor, to Watterson and all of that. Was a unanimous vote
And everything.
to send a letter letting them basically know that they may get approval from TDEC, but TDEC basically says themselves that they don't supersede county zoning laws. And as most of us know, I think the dates are 2019 and 2021. Watterson was turned down to have a quarry in that area. As it stands now, it would be illegal as far as the county and county zoning laws for them to start a quarry. Now, they do have the option, as any other person would, to come back. It's been a year, you have to wait a year. They could come back and ask for a change to the zoning resolution and a change to the zone. And that's where we are. That's where the county commission is, as far as I know. And I have not had a chance to talk to the mayor, but I think he's on it. And but we are aware of it, Mr. Sandstrom, and we can't take action on anything that's not before us. And this, at this point in time, is not before
I
us.
understand. I've been in front of this committee before, twice before on the same
Yes.
subject, except that this one again, previously, it was, in my mind, it was the quarry. It was in my backyard, still in my backyard, but this time, from the research that I've done, it says it's more than a quarry for me this time. It is the Duck River. I mean, literally, it is the Duck River. You can't take that many gallons of water out of groundwater and the Duck River not being significantly damaged by that. And that's where I'm coming from right now, is that, yeah, a quarry, I don't want a quarry in my backyard, but downstream,
Yeah.
Doesn't downstream from Beech Grove there, doesn't War Trace and Chevable, in fact, I know they do get their water out of the Duck River.
yeah, I have, the
That's
research
the
I've
water
done, I know,
supply.
that I have not checked War Trace,
War Trace does.
but I know that, Lewisburg, Shelbyville,
Columbia,
Columbia, Spring Hill, all take water out of there at significant amounts, and each of those could be supplied. Each of those cities could be supplied for over 2 years from what would fill that particular quarry. And they're saying that's what the purpose is, to dig it so that they can have water for their cattle.
Which they have already.
yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
The other part of it is that Watersons have about 700 cattle. They're neighbors. That's about what they run normally, about 700 head of cattle. They have a mixture of both dairy cattle and beef cattle. They milk roughly something less than, maybe approaching 100 head of dairy cattle. A dairy cow will drink up to 50 gallons of water when it's being milked. And they have about 100 head of those, I would say, that are being milked on a constant basis. But let's say that all 700 of them were drinking 500 gallons of water, or 50 gallons of water a day. The 2 lakes that he says here that are 6 acres, those 2 lakes, if they were dug 3 foot 3 inches deep and filled with water, would supply his cattle for a year if they had no other water supply. Now, he has been watering his cattle there for decades. And I have not seen one yet that has died of thirst.
In fact, part of them actually water out of the upper end of the Duck River, the Garrison,
Yeah, there are.
the Garrison
there
Fort.
are, yeah,
They actually
he's
water
not
out of the
wanting for
Garrison
water,
Fort.
as far as I can tell.
Mhm.
But like I say, given 2 lakes that he says he needs to dig that are 6 acres each, if you go through the math, 3 foot 3 inches deep, each one of them, would feed his cattle if they had no other source of water for a year. And yet he's saying this is to supplement, and he needs 60 acres and as much as 175 feet deep to supplement his cattle. It says to me quarry. It has nothing to do with cattle or anything else. It says quarry to me. Now I'll stop. My son wanted to say something about this. He's affected too.
Good evening. I'm Cam Sandstrom. I'm neighbors. I've been doing some, I've talked with Jeff Klein up at T-Deck, and I've been collecting some information. I've been following up with them. I've also been, in fact, I talked with him today about the progress of the permit. T-Deck deals with specifically with surface water. So the environmental impacts of this to the Duck River, to the Middle Fork of the Stones River, any of the underground features, water sources, that is not anything that T-Deck deals with. They deal specifically with surface water. So you'd be talking about stormwater runoff and things of that nature. In talking with Jeff Klein at T-Deck, the purpose of these lakes is they are 2 lakes, 6 acres in size. The specific purpose of those is for settling ponds for a mining or quarrying operation. Anytime that you have rain, anytime that you have surface water, you have debris that gets washed away. So, in a quarrying operation, that is limestone dust, which then becomes suspended solids in water. And in order for a quarry not to get shut down, the things that will shut them down is too much limestone dust, suspended solids, going into a body of water, or the pH content being too high. So the purpose of those lakes are settling ponds, is to be settling ponds to settle out those suspended solids so that a quarrying operation can continue without being shut down by the state. So, as we've already talked about, that has been brought up, this has been before this body twice, has been shut down twice. But Terrell Watterson is still actively pursuing a quarry. He's applied for the permit to put in 2 settling ponds for the purpose of a quarry. It specifically states in this application, which is 135 pages, so that shows intent. You don't finish a 135-page application if you don't intend to move forward with the project that you're working on. The entrance is off Gosberg Highway, in between Norton Branch and Terrell Watterson's home. Now, the permit that is being applied for allows for it specifies a 56-foot water crossing, or 36-inch culverts, 56 foot in length, to be able to cross a creek to access this 60 acres that is currently they're currently asking for the state to give them permission to quarry that. If you go down Manchester Highway, depending on where you go on the road, you're looking at about a maximum of 36 feet from shoulder to shoulder. So we're not talking about some small access to a lake so that I can water my cattle. The permits shows otherwise. And there is also a proposed second entrance or second access point off of Sutton's Branch. And Terrell has, since he's been shut down the last couple times, he has purchased that property. So everything shows intent to bypass this body and ignore what has been previously decided, that this is A1 zoning, it's agriculture, and everything that has been done since that point, everything with this permit, shows complete and total disregard for what this body has previously stated, and that is that there will be no quarry there. Ignore the environmental, ignore the impact, ignore what the county has said. Proceed and try to get away with it. That is, that's what I'm seeing. I don't know if you all see the same thing there, but that's what I see. Everything here says, I intend to move forward with this. Nobody puts in that much effort and goes through that expense to get engineering firms to come in and draw up all the plans for putting in roads, putting in creek crossings, building lakes, having to have dams at a specified height. That all has to be, and the word just escaped me, but all of that has to be surveyed and mapped, and all that costs money. Nobody does that unless they intend to follow through and move forward with that type of project. And I understand y'all can't do anything until it gets before you. I don't think the intent is ever to come before you again, because he's been told no. everything to me points out that I got the wrong answer. It's not the one I want. I'm gonna proceed anyway. I have done some research just to give you an idea of what one of the drivers behind this. This isn't the first time this has been tried. A venture of this nature just got shot down in Marshall County here recently. The same engineering firm that worked on the engineering for that one is the same engineering firm that put in the application for Terrell. Okay. Money drives things like this. To give you an idea of the figures that are behind this, I have information that has been shared with me that ballpark, I can't give you specifics on that, but ballpark, you're looking between $65,000 to $100,000 a year potential income to a person that builds something like this on their property. Quarrying operations will pay roughly anywhere from 75 cents to $1.25 a ton for every ton of rock hauled off of a quarry site to whoever the land they're leasing or that they purchase it from, and that's in perpetuity. It's not just for 2 or 3 years, that's in perpetuity. And they typically go in and put in minimums, yes.
I'm gonna stop you right there if
Yeah.
you don't mind. You giving us probably enough specifics. I think we've gotten the point.
Okay.
If this comes back before us, of course, please come back.
Yes.
Couple of things I'd like to point out, or I'd like to ask Sammy, you weren't there, were you, at that last meeting?
No.
That was a pretty strong effort from the county commission to send this letter,
Yes,
and we don't know if it's been sent yet or not.
do not.
Okay, could you take care of that for us?
I will.
Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, time is of the essence, is that correct?
So yes, time is of the essence. I'll tell you as of today, last time that we had the full commission meeting, we were looking at roughly 45 days before work could commence on this. They were just waiting for some updates to the paperwork.
You're breaking 30 days to now, you think?
No, we are not, thankfully. I talked with Jeff Klein at TDEC today, and the corrections that he required to complete the permitting process have not been sent to the engineers. So because the engineers have not received that, they cannot move forward until Waterson's move forward with making the corrections to their deficiencies. So we are still waiting for them to get that done. When that gets done, we're still looking at 2 weeks for them. Once Waterson's finished their part, then they can move forward with that, and then the clock starts then. But at this point in time, they're still in limbo. They cannot complete the permit at this point in time.
Thank you.
If I'm not mistaken, 30 days before, when they do the permit, 30 days before the permit is actually final, they have to have signs put up
Yes,
and also public comments
and public comment, correct.
30 days before.
Yeah, yes. So they figured from the point they have the deficiencies in the permit corrected to final completion of the permit or full approval of the permit, 2 weeks. Then they have a 30-day public comment period, which public comment is limited to surface water, which is what they deal with. And then after that, 30 days, if nothing is done during that point in time through public comment to stop it, they can then proceed with going through and building their lakes.
Miss Laura, have you seen that letter?
Mhm.
You have?
Yes,
And it's already been sent then?
as far as I know, I think it's
Yeah.
been sent.
And
you
I have
sign
some
one too,
information
Sam?
here, if you all would like that I can give each one,
I
each
know
one of
that.
you on
I'll
some of
sign
this.
the letter.
Okay.
Okay, and it was drawn up by the county attorney, correct?
That's who they said
Yeah.
was gonna draw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I was just one of the,
I think
That's
at
just
this
it.
particular time, and I know nobody wants to hear this, but I think we're doing, I
Yes.
think the mayor and the attorney and the county commissioner are doing everything
Yep.
that they can do. I do want to point out something, and I was very impressed with Mr. Sanderson's talk. I don't know what it is about Coffee County, but we don't get some respect sometimes. Maybe I'm a little, maybe that goads me a little bit, but the mayor or the governor just appointed a Duck River, I don't know the name of the committee, Duck River Association or something. Of all the counties that touch Duck River, we don't have anybody on that committee. And it's where the damn thing starts, excuse my language. So I don't know where that comes from, but we don't have anybody on that committee. Every other county is represented, starting with Bedford and on down through. But I think it's a very important thing. I think it's actually the second or third most diverse river in the world, not just the United States. And it waters a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not counting the livestock, it waters a lot of people.
Would any of y'all like any of this information I have here?
sure, I would.
yeah,
Now, I wanna make sure that everybody understands that Watterson does have the option to come back here. They can come back here and present their case in front of the planning commission. Whether we recommend it or not, it still goes, if they so desire, to the full commission, and the full commission makes the final decision. So, in all fairness, I wanna get both sides of this in. Okay?
I
Thank you
appreciate your
very
time.
much. We appreciate it. Mr. Sandstrom, appreciate what you said. Anybody got any comment about any of this?
I was laughing at this.
Anybody? Any other comments? Any motions to adjourn?
Hey, I can do that. I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
I got a motion to adjourn and a motion by, Sammy, and a motion seconded by
Randy?
Randy.